Well, you think this is a family member, but no, this is the former President of the United States, Jimmy Carter. Right? No. We welcome Don Carter, professional bowler and the greatest of all time from our city and nationwide, into the St. Louis Sports Hall of Fame. Jim?
Greg, thank you. Hi, my name is Donald James Carter Jr., and I went to DeSmet High School and Mercy High School here in town. But if you want me to say hi, my name's Jim or Jimmy. That's what I go by. And my sister Casey's here tonight. She was a pioneer in St. Louis law enforcement, being the first patrol officer and SWAT woman officer. And my cousin Ann's here tonight, Ann Fleming Carter, who's a world-famous genealogist. And we're all bowlers' kids. My dad, Don Carter, was an 8th generation St. Louisan dating back to 1780. Currently residing in Miami, Florida. He's enjoying life with his wife, Paula, and he doesn't travel anymore. That's why you've got me tonight. While some sports writers fall into the camp of the Roy Firestones that are bowlers are athletes, question mark, let me give you a couple highlights that'll end this dead-end argument. The first athlete to sign a $1 million endorsement contract was Don Carter, a bowler with Ebonite International. To emphasize the importance of the sport of bowling, Sports Illustrated hired at that time, the late Anthony Ravelli, a famous sports sketch artist, paying him $25,000 for the day in 1957. And Ravelli was thinking, well, this is quick money, bowling. A couple hours, I'll be done. Well, that was a naive idea with Bosco, my dad's nickname, Don Carter. After 15 hours of going through the deliveries with high-speed film, a motion of Mr. Carter's delivery, Ravelli said, from stance to release that did not define careful calculation in every purpose in every way. Listening to his explanations was like listening to a rocket science explain the workings of a guided missile. The 4-page layout became a 17-page layout, 2-month Sports Illustrated special. Mom and Dad celebrated their 84th and 85th birthdays this past summer, one day apart. Tom Bracco named Mom and Dad's generation correctly, the greatest. The 64 Cardinals that after the 6th game, and my sister and Ann and I were at the games because of my dad's friendship with Yogi Berra and Mickey Mantle. And after the 6th game, we're going home after we got clobbered. And my dad's saying, I'll bet Mickey, he's just going crazy up in his hotel room. And so he jumps out of the car and he calls up the Chase Park Plaza, and he gets Mickey on the phone, and he jumps back in the car. He says, I told you, we're going to go pick up Mickey for dinner. And I'm thinking, I hope the Cardinals don't find out. We could be arrested. And so we go around back, and he says, well, Mickey doesn't want to interrupt the press, so he's going to sneak out the fire escape. So we see this lumbering giant coming out the window onto the fire escape, and the wind's blowing, and my dad's at the bottom of the fire escape, and I'm telling my sister, Casey, he's not going to get in this car. Mom's got Go Cardinals Go painted on one side, and Let's Be Cleat on the other side. And so, you know, she did what she always did. She pounded me. And so us 3 kids are in the back seat with our nose pressed up against the window, and here's this figure holding on for dear life with his pants blowing in the wind, and my dad going, come on, you candy ass, get in the car. Don, I'm in the last year of my contract with the Yankees. What if somebody takes a picture? He goes, come on, you don't be silly. Nobody's around here. Let's get. So after about 5 minutes of debate, my dad comes running over to the car, and he says to my mom, Laverne, take the car home. We got to get a cab. Mickey's a chicken. So at dinner that night with Mrs. Mantle and his agent, he signed all 38 of my Mickey Mantle baseball cards, spent a good half hour talking to me about a little bit of everything, And then at dinner, he kept saying, call the Cardinals. I don't think Gibson should pitch tomorrow. Call the Cardinals. That's Gibson. He shouldn't pitch. You need to save him for next year. And he just went over how great Roger Maris was. You know, Roger was this, Roger was that. And Kenny Boyer made the greatest play of that series, but Mantle was so adamant that Roger did. He got the play of the game that series. But, you know, we were, as bowlers kids, you know, we knew a lot of the athletes, and it was that was a special night. Through all of his individual tournament victories, his majors, 11, still a record. He's most proud of his 8 national team victories. And in the course of the Budweiser team's 38-58 world record. And Augie Busch put together the Budweiser team and brought the St. Louisans from Detroit, where the big money was made, into St. Louis, and also bought the Cardinals within about a 6-month span. So brand building, I think everybody needs just to look at Augie Busch to see how to build a brand. Dad, the team loved their nicknames. Tom Hennessy was the Tomcat, Ray Bluth, the Blooper, Pat Patterson, Patty, Whitey Harris, String Along, Whitey, Dick Weber, Hector, the Garbage Collector, or Bozo, take your pick, and Bill Lillard, Bill. Well, there's always one in every crowd. And it does not mean, and my dad's nickname, Bosco, and as Tom Hennessy would love to say, it does not mean he likes chocolate milk. Though the teammates were all charter members of the PBA, voting Dad their first president unanimously. Tom Hennessy in a PBA doubles, they won, and the Globe Democrat came early in the morning, as we all like to look at the baseball and football and hockey, and that was the first thing in the morning. The caption read, Carter and partner win doubles. Well, when Dad read that, up he came in his boxers, and Tom just lived down the street, ran down to Tom's house. By now he's got 30 kids following him because Mr. Carter's in his underwear. And he's pounding on Tom's door because my dad shot a little 6 in that doubles tournament. And Tom, it was a brickyard, which is very hard to score in. Tom annihilated him. So Tom carried him to the title, but he didn't get credit in the caption in the Globe Democrat. And my dad's laughing like a hyena, banging on Tom's door, and Tom saying, get away from here, Carter. I'm going to come out and kill you. He goes, I didn't write it, Tom. And so as Dad walked back laughing to the house, all the kids are going, Mr. Carter's in his underwear, and Mr. Hennessy's mad at him. But Dad joined the Navy right out of Wellston High School. He played football, baseball, basketball, joined the bowling club. And one of his loves of his life, he caddied at Normandy Golf Club, which he played a serial golfer the rest of his life. He can't play now, and he misses it a lot. His Navy base camp commander was the coach of the baseball team, and he always says, Dad always says that baseball and Harry Truman saved his life. The camp commander would not let him get shipped out because he was a starting infielder. But the base closed, and off to the Pacific he went. His ship got to Okinawa 6 days after the Battle of the Beach. It was still full of the dead. President Truman dropped the bomb while he was waiting orders to take the beach in Japan. We have pictures of Dad's dungaree Liberty in the middle of the refuge left by the nuclear bomb days after the bomb was released. After the war, Dad played a year for the Philadelphia A's and then took up bowling as a profession. Herman Cohen was his bowling coach, and who had the Undertakers. The Buds beat their championship, but he had a unique, unorthodox method that was dismissed by the experts when he won his first tournament, and the next year they ridiculed him. But he came back, and as the press knows, they are very good at eating crow, and when he won the Nationals the next year, crow they did eat. And he would just like to say thank you to Joe Garagiola and Jack Buck, who, after a knee surgery that threatened his career in '55, came over and played cards with him every day to build his spirits and help him get back to full activity on that knee. To all the bowler kids out there, we're so lucky. My dad's teammates and competitors were kings and their wives were queens, and I wish all athletes could be bowlers. We love you, Dad.